Hey everyone, how's it going? Welcome back to the Rideshare Hub. My name is Dylan. Thank you so much for coming by. So we have a big announcement for you all today. So the Rideshare Professor has made an announcement for a gig working strike. So if you're a gig worker for Uber or for Lyft or any of the major gig apps, there's a strike taking place this month, November 23rd through November 26th. And I wanted to make this video. Well, he actually called me out, as well as a lot of other rideshare YouTubers, to talk about this, to come together. The rideshare community here on YouTube, in my opinion, is pretty awesome. We do have a really wide reach, and actually recently, by the way, a lot of us did kind of come together through Buckle, and there's a lot of awesome rideshare YouTubers who were featured in this, including myself and Izzy from the channel. And you could see the Rideshare Professor on here as well. Dustin from Dustin's Driving, Harry Campbell from the Rideshare Guy. That's Chris from Real Rideshare Stories. He's also on the Rideshare Guy as well. Pedro. Then we have Gig Nation. We have Ride Along with Bree. We have Eddie Doyle as well. And we have Averlyn Brown. So with all that being said, there is a gig working strike taking place at the end of this month, November 23rd through November 26th. And like I said, Rideshare Professor, he made a video about it with all the details, and it's essentially for more pay and better safety for drivers and riders as well. Better pay for drivers, better pay for better safety features for riders and drivers. And I think this is very serious. So I'm gonna play the video and we're gonna watch it together, and I'll have it linked below, and please check it out. I think this is extremely important that we do all come together. Okay, so here is the latest video that the Rideshare Professor has posted. Please, again, go check out his channel, go watch his videos. It's 28 minutes long. I'm not gonna play the whole thing, but I did want to play a little bit of it just so we can talk about this together here on my channel. And you know, I do hope that everybody talks about this.
We are live, we are live, we are live. We are alive and we are live. So, as far as the strike, the Thanksgiving Day strike, day before, day of Thanksgiving, day after, and if you want to add an additional day, November 23 to November 26, I'm going to be pushing this daily.
So it's 4 days that takes place from November 23rd through November 26th. And by the way, I wanted to highlight super quickly, just in the past of a protest that has worked, because protests do work, my friend. So there was actually recently a strike that just took place in Kenya. This what came out about 8 days ago, Uber Kenya. There was a protest that took place, and Uber actually raised rates for drivers after this protest that took place. Uber Kenya has dropped its commission rate after drivers demonstrated in the streets of Nairobi. So this actually had a positive impact and actually did create change. So they accused the government of failing to implement a commission cap on 18% on fares. And guys, even here in America as well, the government has tried to step in. We saw what happened in California with AB 5, and then Prop 22 was created, which, whatever. But even Joe Biden and the White House administration has been talking about this as well. There is actually a recent labor proposal that Biden came up with that is essentially trying to, they're trying to have this discussion as well to change classification, because essentially drivers, being contracted out aren't getting paid fairly, and the safety isn't as good as well. So again, sorry, I'm getting sidetracked, but I wanted to, mention that really briefly, and let's get back to watching his video.
Now, last night I called out all the YouTubers. Let's see who steps up, right? Let's see out of all those YouTubers, right? And I'm calling you all out. I've mentioned you by name.
Here I am. We all gotta play our part. We all do. And to see the list of all the YouTubers called out, go check to see if you were mentioned. Go watch his video on that. Dustin is Driving, the Rideshare Guy. I would love to see the Rideshare Guy talk about it. Gig Nation, he's awesome, by the way. I love Gig Nation. Your Driver Mike, he's an incredible guy, 100,000 subscribers. He's done an incredible job, by the way, I have to say, your driver Mike. He's been putting in the time and effort with his videos. I remember a couple years ago when he had, you know, just maybe 1,000 subscribers or so, and he was producing really quality videos, and they were hardly getting any views, and now he's actually getting the views that he deserves. But regardless, go check out, you know, like I said, you know, I'm fans of a lot of these people that he mentioned, and so I just hope that they do get, you know, they do make a video as well. But let's keep watching.
Given your channel a shout out, yes, half of those channels have more subscribers than I do, so they probably think, well, why is he coming to us? It's very simple. If you are running a channel on YouTube, right, you know, why are you running the channel? You're obviously running the channel to get subscribers, maybe to monetize it, to help improve those gig workers' lives, to show them how to earn more money, right, as a driver or food delivery driver. And if that's what your channel is about, right, giving tips, helping people, will help them get better pay and help them get safety, right? It is very important, muy importante, sehr wichtig.
Très important, French.
To get the message out, right? And that is the pay, what you are giving the drivers with your upfront pricing, with your trip radar BS, right? You have reduced us to pennies. Most of these trips don't make sense anymore. So you sort of like at a junction, right?
You know, guys, I want to interject here for a second. You know, the reason I started driving, if any of you guys know my story, I initially signed up to drive for Lyft, and I think a lot of other people kind of get caught in a very interesting time in their life when they start driving for rideshare. I know when I first started driving for rideshare, I was in a very bad place. I was living essentially a pretty bad life. I was going out to parties a lot. I was going out to clubs, nightclubs. I was started actually working in a nightclub doing photography, and I ended up just starting to frequent these nightclubs and spending a lot of money that I didn't actually have, and I started racking up credit card debt. And I had a car. I recently bought not a new car, but an used car that was new for me. I had a loan on it, and you know, I had a lot of payments, and I wasn't making a whole lot of money. So I remember I tried to initiate a cash advance on my bank, and they actually denied me. And my the bank advisory guy or whatever, he was like, dude, you need, like, he sat me down and he like talked to me about credit, and he actually helped me a lot. And I started listening to Dave Ramsey, and I started driving for Lyft, and I stopped going out, and I stopped going out to eat. I started cooking a lot more, and I started just really pinching every penny. And you know, really, this opportunity to drive for Lyft really changed my life, and it really did. And so that was kind of the reason at the beginning why I started this channel. And you know, when I do talk about driving for Uber and for Lyft and these gig apps, you know, I have a very emotional connection to it. And so this does, you know, I am all about this. I'm all about fair pay and safety, because I've had bad experience myself as a driver where I'm, you know, driving somebody at 1 a.m. I got to do, I don't want to get into the details, but I've had, you know, pretty just like rough, you know, potentially really bad experiences. Luckily, nothing horrible happened. I did have a pretty rough experience one time where these basically, I don't know, maybe I shouldn't get into it, but I was scared. I was put in a scary situation while I was driving for Uber, and I was at like 1 a.m. and I was, you know, it's dark out, and regardless, drivers deserve better. This isn't about me, this is about you guys. Drivers deserve better pay and safety, and that's first and foremost extremely important. So again, I'm going to leave his link below to the Rideshare Professor, and please go check it out, and please consider joining this gig workers strike on Thanksgiving, or the day before Thanksgiving, November 23rd through the 26th. And thank you, Torsten, for leading this. I think somebody had to do it, and thank you for doing it. And please go through this whole video, guys, if you're watching this, and go comment on their channels to tell them, hey, make a video, get the word out. So thanks so much, guys, for watching. And I'll have a link below to his video. You should watch the whole thing, or at least part of it, just to get the message out. Yeah, here we have it. So the details right here. All gig companies, November 23rd, 24th, 25th, 26th, Uber, Lyft, Uber Eats, DoorDash, Amazon Flex, Grubhub, Shipt, Postmates, Instacart, and I guess there actually is a GoFundMe as well. Hi, my name is Torsten. I'm known as the Rideshare Professor. I'm the #1 advocate for rideshare driver and food delivery driver category, fighting for better pay and safety. We deserve better. Do not let these gig CEOs push drivers and riders around. Donate towards this campaign, which pays for press release writers, distribution of press releases, nationally and internationally, the printing of flyers, mailing of flyers, and our social media team. Help spread the word. On November 23rd, 24th, 25th, and 26th, we switch all gig apps off. Thank you for your unwavering support in making this event happen. Share and get the word out. So yeah, check out this link as well, GoFundMe. And yeah, guys, thank you so much, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye now.